Narcissist hates conversations about body count. Look, if you want to piss her off really quickly, bring up a conversation about body count. Oh my goodness, man. You might as well cuss her out. Look, shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. Wasn't for you guys, none of this would be possible. Look, shout out to my Sigmas, to my Sigma Empath, and my Sigma Wolves. Let's talk about it. This is just the cost of liberation, okay? You wanted your freedom to get around and do what you wanted to do. Well, you did. And now the cost is we have conversations and we bring up topics about body count. And that's when you're held accountable. Absolutely. That's where you're held accountable and will always be held accountable. It's the only way. Otherwise, y'all be out here doing whatever you want to do, throwing it around like you don't have any sense, taking on these men's seed. And I've been bringing this up that, taking on other men's seed, the consequence for that is the seed influences your, you have to be careful, so you just bring this topic up. Now, if it's a lady out there, like a true lady or a woman, you can bring this topic up and it's no problem. But whenever it's a female, you bring this topic up, it's like holy water to a vampire. They're just like, no more. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, or like water to a gremlin. You know what I'm saying? That's even better. Water to a gremlin. And if you've never seen Gremlins, you need to watch it. It's a classic. Those 80s horror movies are the classics, man. You know what I'm saying? You look back and you can tell it's just fake, but it doesn't matter, man. It's still like, you know what I'm saying, pulls you into it. And Gremlins, oh my goodness, man. But look, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. These women, man, they're out here trying to fool somebody, man. And they know the jig is up. They know the jig is up, man. They know that right now that the men are on top of you guys. Sorry about this. Hang on. A little stand. A little tripod stand is acting up. Okay. There you go. There we are. Yeah. Look. The point is, and point being, stay on top of your game. Once you're on top of your game, none of their shenanigans, none of their coping mechanisms, none of their tools that they use to try to lure you in work anymore. So they're kind of stuck out here flapping in the wind, and it's kind of hard for them to figure out how can we fool them. We can't, get in the energy anymore to collect more bodies. Well, it's just like this, once you gave yourself over to the devil, you have to like really repent. And they're not really going to do anything like that. What they're going to do is they're going to continue to try to collect bodies and fool other guys. But right now, with us vetting them the way we are, focusing on ourselves, they're getting really upset. So when you talk to a lady about body count or something like that, like, oh, my preference is low numbers. What are your numbers? And, she'll be like, oh, well, that's kind of personal, but, sure, we can talk about it at a certain time, or we talk about it now, but that's really personal, but I'm fine with it, da, da, da. But if it's like a female, you'd be like, so, what's your body count? How dare you? How dare you? You don't ask me that. You can't ask me something like that. What? Are you insane? Like, obviously you are. Instead of hating women, take the red pill or respect women for what they are. God made them. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, how dare you? Look, all I do is ask a question. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all I did was ask a question. Whatever you're talking about is your perspective, and you don't even have an avatar with get your face on it, or with an emblem or an LLC title or nothing like that. So you're just a random person on here who knows? Who cares what you're saying? Keep talking to yourself. I'm busy. Okay, get to you later. It's like throwing water on a gremlin. It's like, would you just calm down? Would you just calm down? You know what I'm saying? All I need from you. Oh, somebody over here wants attention. You know what I can do? I can put you in timeout. And I don't have to worry about dealing with you at all for right now. I'm talking too much. And, I don't get it. If your body count is low, then why would it bother you that somebody asked you that? No, you know your body count is at least somewhere between 23 and 53. And here's the thing about it. Just like these guys that they're always bashing for messing with these women and ruining their lives, like these men are making them do anything, obviously not. You know what I'm saying? They know better than accumulating these bodies because it offends them so much. It hurts their feelings so badly whenever you bring, if it hurts their, listen, if you're doing whatever you, look, right now I'm getting out the mud. So when someone like says something to me like, oh, you're broke, da, 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 it doesn't hurt my feelings because I know where I'm going to be at. I know where I'm at right now. They don't really know what I have going on, so it don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever you feel like, it's whatever. I don't really care. Not that big of a deal to me, right? But if and I'm talking about casual conversation, talking to a woman that you're obviously interested in, and you just say something like, a topic being body count these days, I'm so glad I've been celibate for a year and a half. Are you celibate at the time? Oh no, I've been dating. Oh, okay. So what's your body count total? Throughout your entire life, your adult life? What's your body count? And then it's just like, oh, how dare you? How dare you? How could you ask me? I just asked you a question. Now, do you not think she's not going to ask you at some point in time? Oh, like, what do you do? What do you do for a living? I mean, they'll bring that up like, asking you your favorite dinner. You know what I'm saying? They'll bring up, so what do you do? They'll bring that up like it ain't nothing. Like, okay, that's kind of my business, but I could tell you a little bit about how I make my money. But, you know what I'm saying? It's all legit, so it's no big deal. I'll tell you, but it is personal. But again, it's that double standard where they believe they're entitled to whatever information they want to know about you. And then whenever you bring something up because it makes them feel some type of way, they feel that heat on their forehead. They feel that sweat along their neck. You know what I'm saying? They know that they feel that shame. And if you're feeling shame for what you're doing, why are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? There's just no way. There's no way that sinning is that good to where they need to keep doing it. And whenever someone brings up accountability, just run around in the streets. And I guess what it is we come across a certain kind of way and we attract all, good and bad, right? So even the bad ones that come our way, you know what I'm saying, especially when you're a light worker, they think that you're possibly one of them. And then when you're just like, no, I just don't, I'm celibate. And, excuse me, respectfully, what's your body count? Oh, how dare you? Oh, how dare you? You should never ask a woman that. Who says that? I say that. You and who else? I mean, you're the first that I've ever, what's the problem with it? I mean, I should be able to ask what I want. Didn't you ask me, like, what do I do for a living? And basically try to figure out how much I make a year? Like they'll say crazy things like, so what do you think that totals up to be about a year, with your different businesses? And, wow, you're trying to find out. But if I ask a simple, what's that body count number looking like? It's just, and sometimes I ask it just to say, I want to see the reaction. I want to see how she's going to react to me being like, so what's that body count looking like? He's going to be like, oh, it's looking pretty low. I don't know if you're asking me for a direct number of it, but it's looking pretty low and I have no shame with it. Or if it's going to be like, how dare you? You never, and I've never in my life. I will show you an old STD chart, but how dare you ask me about my number? You know, I could lie to you. They always say that too. It's the craziest thing. I could lie to you. So are you telling me you're a liar? Do you do that naturally? No, but just most women will lie to you. No, I'm telling you, most women are going to say less than 5. I understand, but you don't think I'll be able to pick up on you when you're lying? You know, and the fact that you're telling me that you would lie about your body count number and you're getting upset, you're letting me know you're a liar. So I should know right now that most of everything you're saying is a lie to me. You know what I'm saying? And then she gets upset. I'm telling you, man, it don't take really much at all. You know what I'm saying? They really get out here. What's happening is there's guys that are simping like crazy and doing whatever for some coochie. And, you know, and this is the reason why, again, these women are messing with the same guys. And that's why the STDs are as high as they are, and STIs. And they're really doing the hypergamy thing. When you're looking at it by the numbers, especially black women, no offense, they really go by the numbers because, you know, they're messing with the same small pool of men, and they're mixing in this pool, you know what I'm saying, with catching these STDs and STIs with these guys, man. Again, this is why it's a good time for gentlemen that are out here doing whatever, and ladies, you know, out here not doing whatever. Just take a step back for a minute and just get yourselves together, because there's a lot of things that we need to be doing right now to focus on self-improvement. And remember this and understand something. Only covert narcissists try to use social norms and means of social bullying to try and upset someone minding their business. Allow me to explain. When someone uses social media as a weapon and weaponizes social media through trolling and gang stalking and things of that nature, right? This is a narcissistic tactic, and it shouldn't be something that you just discard. Just understand, move on from it, but understand that's the devil working overtime, because it's a very sneaky tactic to use the internet and weaponize the ability to be hidden and not seen and no one know who you are, to troll and try to cause anxiety on somebody minding their own business, right? So again, these are the same people that'll try to fool you into thinking that they're not female covert narcissists and try to play games with you to get into your life. They're the same obsessed crazies that go online and do things of this nature, right? It's obsessive. You never know who and what it is. It really, content creator, it don't matter, coworker, it don't matter if it's AI, right? It don't matter whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? All that you need to know is right now that you're in your prime. No matter what you do, you have some obsessive fan, more than likely some covert narcissist, male or female, but 9 times out of 10 female, to be this obsessive this late at night. Look, I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I just want you to understand that for all the covert narcissists watching, cross-watching, you know, I want y'all to understand that body count matters. Like, your bodies matter. Every life matters, and you need to understand this. You know, you can't just run around. Look, I'll do a reaction, you know what I'm saying, video to someone that's got the actual stats from an actual institution and publication. So you can't be like, oh, well, no, I'm saying this is real, that whenever you take on a man's seed, you know, you're taking on part of his life force. And they even said that semen has a way to influence women's thinking. So some of the ways that you can't just be running around here collecting bodies. Your body is built too complicated for you to think that, even with men, I'm telling you, some men that are cheaters, the reason why they end up falling for one of those side chicks, because the side chick is only showing them a certain side of her. And even though he knows this, she's showing him every side that he needs to see for the short amount of time that he's able to see her. And she knows that he should know, but she knows that, hey, look, whenever he's not around, I'm as trifling as these, you know, the chick he's with and any other bad chick. But when you're a side chick, and that's why guys like to have a side chick, because A side chick, you're only seeing her whenever she's at her best. You ain't got to deal with all the in between like you did. You got to deal with the main chick that's living with you, around you all the time. So she plays her part, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how a side chick moves. And a guy should understand that. But when a guy starts getting to the point where he starts getting too into it and starts loving on the side chick and not realizing that that's only her showing the best side of her with the mask on, he messes up. He messes up, man. He ends up doing some goofy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know, women don't seem to understand that men, even at some times when they're, I guess, you know, you probably do it too much with that side chick, you know what I'm saying? She's probably sitting on his face and doing all this, you know, squirting them and stuff. And this dude's just, you know, taking on her juices. And next thing you know it, he's like feeling like he just can't get enough of this side chick because he's, you know, she's doing what her body's supposed to do, trying to pair bond with him. And he's getting goofy with it. He doesn't realize what he's doing. He's doing too much. You know, he doesn't know that he done lost his mind. He's probably not wearing a condom. He's probably like breaking all the rules and the codes, not wearing no condom, looking her directly in the eyes whenever he's, you know, getting ready to, you know, blast off, doing all the wrong things to do to a side chick. And then next thing you know, he's ending with her. And he can understand why he can't get his mind off of her and thinking that he's a player, but he's messing up the whole game because, you know, he didn't realize you messed the whole game up, man. You know you're supposed to be doing if she's a side chick. If you're going to be doing all that, you got to get rid of your main chick and take her on as a main chick. You know, if not, you're going to be bonding with a couple different women and they're going to be like thinking about you, you're thinking about them. You know, it's weird. You can't do it, man. You can barely do it as a guy, but as a guy, eventually, you know what I'm saying? Especially if he has some friends, it can bring him back to reality. He can move right. With the woman, she's going to be moving on emotion. Her friends are going to be telling her one thing, two things, three things about, didn't mean to do that. She's going to be thinking about the great time she had with this side guy, not realizing that side guy, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, just flipped the coin being flipped. That side guy is giving her everything that she needs to see from, you know, only seeing this guy every now and again. You know what I mean? So he's saying everything right, doing everything right, but he's not dealing with her every day. And that everyday crazy in her, you know what I'm saying, takes a certain kind of talent, which is what the main guy does. You know what I'm saying? He gives her that. But, you know what I'm saying, she starts thinking she can be a player based off of what the new standard liberation is, whatever they got going on, the gynocracy. And she takes on this mentality and start messing with multiple guys, start taking on their seed, you know, in any orifice she can, you know what I'm saying? And either way she takes it in, it goes into her body and does what it does because it's life, you know, semen is life, and it changes the woman. And so she'll start thinking differently, moving differently, pair bonding with these men that she's taking the seed on from. And of course, she's going to start like really getting into the side guy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's simple. Science, man, biology, it's math, man. And to be out here thinking that you can just rack up bodies and you're not going to be comparing. The reason why you're racking bodies is because you're trying to get yourself with a guy that reminds you of one of the few guys you first got with that really blew your mind. And you're trying to get back to that. And you're just racking those bodies up and it's never going to happen. Unfortunately, and while you're racking up bodies and you're allowing these guys to, I'm telling you, when these women are in the moment, no woman is like, oh, pull out. They're not worried about that. They will allow you to full release. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? The Chads and Tyrones, you know, probably even Pookies and Ray Rays. That's why they got babies with Pookies and Ray Rays. In the heat of the moment, they're not worried about you pulling out. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, these women are taking this, or, you know, they know that you can't have throat babies, so they're taking the seed that way. Either way it goes, man, it's too much. Just think about this kind of stuff while you're out here, like letting women, like talking to women, let them disappear, let them hit you back up out of nowhere, and then you're out here messing around with them. And then again, if you want further confirmation on this wild out here, look up the STD rates out here. You need to be taking care of your vessel. The reason why you're getting these women that kind of look like a certain way, like they're looking like, oh man, like a snack. Oh, I can't wait to get to, because they're out here, they might even know, especially if you get like almost a dime, and it's like, you know that she's far out of your league. She's probably dating down because she knows that she has to give the coochie at a bargain price because she's burning. Look, y'all, just take care of yourselves. Do me a favor, hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe. I'm hitting all channels tonight really quickly before I go to bed. I think I'm about done. I think one more. Make sure you make your way over to my God's Demon Slayer channel. Absolutely want to make your way over there and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and go live over there. For some reason, my mobile live is not working over there. I don't know why. I don't know if they've changed it from 50 to 100 or whatever for the requirements. It doesn't matter. I got a different kind of way, which works better. I think I'm going to run some, I'm not going to run no music, but I might run some like rain music or something like that in the background. Either way it goes, it still works for me. You guys like it, so it works for me. I love it. I'm going to try to get to TikTok, but if I don't, I appreciate you guys joining me. Peace, love, and lights. Talk to you guys later.